So hello students, in this video we are going to study about dimensional analysis. It is one of the chapters in class 11 physics. So today is dimensional analysis. Before telling you the definition, let me explain you what does this mean. All of you know the formula for speed. It is distance upon time. So unit of speed is unit of length and unit of time to the power minus 1. So this length raised to the power 1 and this time raised to minus 1, it is called dimensional formula for speed. So the definition becomes the dimensions of a physical quantity. In this example, you have taken speed. So dimensions of a physical quantity are the powers to which the fundamental units are raised. Now, if you know, length is fundamental unit, time is a fundamental unit. So these powers which are raised to the fundamental units, powers to which the fundamental units are raised in order to obtain derived unit of that physical quantity, that is called this dimensional formula. Again, speed is distance upon time, length, time to the power minus 1. The dimensional formula for speed becomes L1 t minus 1. So these powers which are raised to the fundamental units, they are called dimensional formula of that quantity. Let us see the another example of force. Now force, all of you know, it is force equal to ma. Unit of force is kilogram meter per second square. This is in terms of fundamental units. So the dimensional formula for force is, for kilogram we take m. It is m to the power 1. Meter is what? Length, L to the power 1, and this time t to the minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula for force. Another example of work. Work is F dot D. The unit of force is kilogram meter square per second square. So dimensional formula becomes, it's m to the power 1, this length to the power 2, and time to the minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula for work. Few more examples of dimensional formula. This I have written physical quantity. Now formula, dimensional formula. For volume, general formula is length into breadth into height. They all are units of length. It is mass, no mass, it is m0, L3, t to the power 0. Similarly, impulse, it is f into t. This formula is m to the power 1, l to the power 1, t minus 1. Similarly, surface tension, mt minus 2. Stress, it is m1, l minus 1, t minus 2. Strain, it is change in length upon original length. It has no unit, so no dimension is m0, l0, t0. Another formula is for other quantities. Uses of dimensional equations. It has got main three uses. First is to convert unit of one system into the units of other system. Its second use is to check the correctness of the given equation. And the most important use is to establish relation between different physical quantities. Now let us see one by one its uses. So let us see the first use by example. Question is to convert 10 gram centimeter square per second square into kilogram meter square per second square dimensionally. It is simple here R, and this is what U. So we have to convert this dimensionally. The first step is, we assume something. We assume L1 is in centimeter, L2 meter, M1 gram, M2 kilogram, and T1 is second, T2 both are in second, so T1, T2 they are in seconds. The first step we write, let x kilogram meter square per second square is equal to 10 gram centimeter square per second square. This is the first step. We write x, let it be x kilogram meter square per second square is equal to this. Now we write its dimension formula. So this is x, and this I have taken L2 M2. So this is M2 L2 to the power 2 and T2 to the power minus 2 is equal to 10. Similarly, this is M1 L1 to the power 2, T1 to the power minus 2. Now you want x. X is equal to, it is 10 m1 upon m2, then L1 upon L2 to the power 2, and T1 upon T2 to the power minus 2. You want x, so this becomes this. Now we have to change, either you can change m1 in terms of m2 or in m2 in terms of m1. So I am changing this m2 in terms of m1. Now this is in kilogram, m2 is kilogram, m1 is in gram. M2 becomes 1000 m1. So this is 10, m1 is in gram, let it be in gram only. So this is m1 and this is 1000 m1. m2 is in kilogram, so it is 1000 times m1. Similarly, L1 is in centimeter, L2 is in meter, so this is 100 L1. It is 100 L1 to the power 2. And this T1 is, both are in same, it is T1 and T2, they are same, so this is T1 upon T1 minus 2. Now this cancels. We have got 10 into 1 upon 1000, this is square, so this is 1 upon 100 square. So this is how much? 3 and power 4. So this is x is equal to 10 into 10 to power minus 7. So finally we can write, finally I am writing here, I am writing it here. Finally 10 gram centimeter square per second square, this is equal to 10 into 10 to power minus 7 kilogram meter square per second square. So this is, we have done by the method of dimension. Now second use is to check the correctness of the given equation. I have taken a simple example. Suppose the time period of simple pendulum is given t is equal to 2 pi L by G. This is the example I am taking. And this I have to check with the help of dimension whether the given equation is correct or not. In this what we do? We do LHS and RHS. I think all of you know LHS is left hand side. Left hand side, dimension of t. This is time period. Dimension of t is simple t. Now dimension of RHS we will see. 2 pi is constant. So constant has no dimensions. Constant values, they have no dimensions. So in RHS, dimension of L upon G. The L is length, dimension of length is L, and G is acceleration due to gravity. Right, so dimension is Lt minus 2. So finally we get T square, T2. So dimension of LHS is T and RHS is T2. Therefore, LHS is not equal to RHS. So the given equation is incorrect. In this way, we check any given equation whether it is correct or incorrect with the help of dimensions. Third most important use is to establish relation between different physical quantities. Again, I am taking a known example which is known to you. Example I have taken, it is given that time period t of a simple pendulum depends upon mass m of the bob, effective length L of the string, and expression due to gravity G. The question is establish relationship between them. Now how we start? First step is we write T is proportional to, it depends on mass m of the bob, let it be to the power A, effective length L of the string, let it to the power B, and expression due to gravity G to the power C. So this is the first step how we start these types of questions. Now we remove this sign, we put a constant here. I am taking t. The t is equal to k m to the power a, l to the power b, and g to the power c. This is the first step. Now we remove the sign, we put a constant here. Now we write the dimensions of all these quantities on both the sides. This is time period t, so this is t. M is 0, L0, T1. This is LHS, the left hand side. Constant, I told you, it has no dimensions. M is capital M, dimension to the power A is length, L to the power B. G is extension to gravity. Its dimensional formula is LT minus 2. It is LT minus 2 to the power C. Now we arrange it in the form of, in the order of MLT. This side we have got M to the power A, L to the power B from here, and C from here is B plus C, and T to the power minus 2C. And this side we have got M0, L0, T1. Now we will compare it. On comparing, we see that A is 0. Second equation we are getting B plus C is equal to 0. And third, from time comparing time, this is minus 2C is equal to 1. So from this we get C is equal to minus 1 by 2. A already have got 0. Now putting this value in B plus C, this is B. From this I am doing B plus C, it becomes minus half is equal to 0. So we get B is equal to half. What we do, we find the values of different A, B, C, we have got it. So we started with this T is equal to K, M to the power A, L to the power B, and G to the power C. So our starting step, now we put the values of A, B, C. So this is T is equal to K, A is 0, M to the power 0, B is half, and G is minus half. You must have studied in class 9 or 10, the time period is independent of mass of the bulb. Now see, M power 0, that means what? This time period does not depend on mass of the bulb. So finally we write T is equal to K, L half, G minus half. Now, in this, there are many equations which you don't know what are the constant here, but in this equation you know constant. I think all of you know it. It's 2 pi. The final formula becomes T is equal to 2 pi, and this we can write like this, L upon G. So this is the formula obtained by the method of dimensional analysis. We have seen the uses of dimensional analysis. Now it's have got some limitations. Let us see its limitations. First limitation is, by the method of dimensional analysis, value of dimensional constant cannot be calculated. So just now I have taken an example of time period. In that, the constant k we cannot find by the method of dimensional analysis. So that is its limitation. Second limitation is, if any quantity depends upon more than 3 factors, then relationship between them cannot be established. Because finally we get 3 equations, and if there are 4 unknowns, we cannot find it out. Third, the equation containing trigonometrical, exponential and logarithmic cannot be analyzed by this method. So these are the limitations of dimensional analysis. So this is all about dimensional analysis in short. Go through the video, like it and share it. Thank you.